Hi, welcome to Brandon Raynor's School of Natural Therapies. So we can start with the large intestine. It's very important with the large intestine to work from the right side of the body. It goes up, across, and down. And we can also get into the small intestine area. So here we're trying to feel any tension that we can find around the belly. We can use the heel of our hand. If we feel there's still a bit of tension there, we can come and do a bit more on the legs. Here what we're going to do is we're going to stretch, another stretch. Sometimes you will find the back clicks in. The main thing is just to stretch there. You can also use that to help get into the belly. We can combine working on the belly with those stretches. You could also, in this position, work into the back of his hip if you wanted to. You can work through a towel or just on the skin. So we've got that large intestine coming up, across, and down. Very important to work with the flow of the large intestine so that it doesn't create a disturbance for the digestive system. It will actually help break up fecal matter that's stored in the large intestine and get rid of it. That's why it's important to work in that direction. Okay, so here we're doing some circular rotations around the large intestine. Can get very tight. There's the Ileocecal Valve, which is the valve that joins the small and large intestine. It's located about halfway in between the pelvic bone and the belly button. A lot of the times it can get jammed open or jammed shut. So it's an important area to pay attention to. Rolling up through the large intestine near the liver, it was there, coming across the other side. Small intestine is about 18 feet long and it runs all the way through. It's all curled up in the middle of the belly. We can use a technique of applying pressure from holding. It's like two fingers about 2 centimeters apart and going deep in, and you can even shake it. We're just feeling the tension in that small intestine area. It looks like I'm pinching, but that's not actually what I'm doing. Very important here to work with the breath. So when we're going in deep, we go in at the end of their out breath. And here I'm shaking, I'm rolling over, but I'm not pinching. My fingers are still about 2 centimeters apart. The small intestine. Sometimes a bit wider. And so notice I just go in with his out breath, and then near the end of the out breath, I apply a bit more pressure, find that tension, and then go in and move it from side to side. Very important to work with the breath here. This is where you will find sometimes there will be some emotion stored, and it can help it release. So don't be surprised. Okay, we can go in with the palm of our hand, back with our fingers, finding any tension there, kneading the belly. Sometimes belly massage can take a long time to really get rid of all the tension in the belly. There could be even a feeling like there's rocks in there in some people. So back and forth. Small intestine in shiatsu has a lot to do with the mind. And you will find working the belly in conjunction with the head very important sometimes to help release it. Sometimes you need to let a person catch their breath, so you just go in with the breath and out, not doing much, waiting until they catch their breath. And then we can go in at the end of the out breath and stir up a bit more of that tension in there. Breath is like a vacuum cleaner, clearing out the tension that you've stirred up and loosened. Also the toxins and emotional stresses that were stored in there in some people. So working that whole intestinal area. Again, working with the breath. If we've done a good job on the belly and the knees and everything, then we can come up and work on the chest. So it's very similar working on a woman to a man. We just keep the breast covered. We wouldn't work over the breasts themselves, but we could work where the muscles join the sternum. So here we're just following the ribs, working between the ribs and loosening up some of the intercostal muscles here. We've got the pectoral muscles that come also diagonally across, and they join onto that sternum area. So we're right on the side of the sternum, and loosening up can be very painful, very sore for some people through here. You'll find it's sore for people who've had asthma as kids, or currently have it, or who are smokers. But quite a lot of people are sore. So here you can see the various bands of tension as they join from the sternum to the shoulder. A lot of shoulder problems can be caused by tension in these pectoral muscles. Okay, so if we can loosen them up, they can also help with posture, so people don't have such a concaved or a caved in sort of feeling in their chest. And open up the breathing, allow people to breathe deeper.